Hey, what's up, everybody? Savola here, and yesterday I forgot to post day two just because day two didn't end until after midnight, so I apologize for that. But I decided to come on board and go ahead and post for day three now and kind of give a quasi recap of yesterday. So, yesterday was phenomenal. I had a couple of training sessions in the morning and then a couple of meetings in the afternoon. We were to get out the house and do a little bit of networking. And then last night I went to a training by the score, and I kind of understood what the score did, but I wanted to get a little bit more of a backdrop on what the score is all about and what they do. So I went to a 3 hour training there last night. It was actually pretty good, very informational. A lot of the stuff I've already done because my business is existing. So I was looking for more information on some of the spots in my business that I want to grow and develop in. And they were able to answer a lot of my questions concerning those areas. So I was super excited about that. And so I felt like it was definitely a value add. So those of you who are out there who are wanting to start your own business or looking for that opportunity, I would say if you're starting your business from the scratch, definitely go to the score because they walk you through all of that stuff, and they're very experienced. They're people who are retired or still actively working in the corporate arena, and they're offering advice and guidance on how to help you be successful in your business. So I'm leaning on them for another level of mentorship because I want to grow and expand my business. So I'm leaning on them for that. So it was really good. And our score has classes throughout the week and in during the day and in the evening. So that worked out pretty well last night. It was actually by chance because we went there because we had a meeting that canceled yesterday afternoon. So I told Georgia, well, why don't we just go over here by the center, the National Entrepreneur Center. And we went there, and when we were there, we got all the information about SCORE and some other organizations that we reached out to. So that was pretty cool. Today was no exception. I started out this morning with a wonderful roundtable with some beautiful people, some CEOs in the local area, and it was just a wonderful discussion. I really enjoyed that. Just super excited about that mentoring group and being able to lean on them for information and how to navigate this new venture in my life and grow my business to the next level. So that was just a phenomenal experience. Then carrying on to this afternoon, I was basically in here hitting the ground running, building up some networking for an upcoming event that I have coming up on the 28th of July. I have my Women's Business Expo. So I was in the grind, contacting people, just getting on the horn, emailing, texting, doing all my social media marketing and stuff, just getting information out there. And last night, one of the things that I decided to do was to do a webinar on breaking through stagnation and increasing growth. And I've been I have tons of ideas and tons of content that I wanted to release. And one of the things that came out of one of the segments that I've done was to continue to do like information to get the word out. So those of you who are trying to grow your business, this is a good way to do it, is to do videos and do uploads with content that people actually would be able to apply and appreciate as they're walking that journey for their business or their life. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is a free webinar covering 3 different principles that help people to overcome stagnation and increase their growth in their life and in their business. So I did the videos for that last night, which led kind of late, and then launched them out this morning on LinkedIn and got some of that stuff going. So I'm also through a lot of my networking and a lot of my mentorships, I'm learning even the more about where to focus the attention for the business that I'm growing. And so that helped me last night's session, and really this morning session with the other CEOs really helped me and enlightened me on where I should be focusing my attention when it comes down to even my social media and just the different things that I'm doing with that, because I want to build my organization to be able to reach other corporations and different things like that, and people who have the need for it. And not all aspects of social media are geared for that. And so you have to really know that as a business owner and what you're pushing out there, and knowing your brand, and just making sure that you're pushing out the right information for your market. And there's just a lot of stuff that goes into that. What I liked was that that even when you are creating, and for those of you who know marketing, you know that you create your own avatar, and so I love this trend that's coming out where you're getting the psycho attitude, or the personality of your avatar. And most times people are just looking for the demographics, like your age, your ethnicity, or your group, or whatever that niche is, and what do they look like, and where are they, and how much money do they make, and all that wonderful stuff. And that stuff is great, and you need to know that stuff. But there's also, what type of attitude does this person have? What type of personality do they have? And so that kind of gives you the better you can articulate that, the better you can really decide what kind of niche you have in the marketplace. So I really like that, because one of the things I sat down with a collaborator, oh man, maybe months ago. It might have even been over a year ago. And that was one of the things we were discussing. And I had mentioned, hey, I'm looking for people who are ambitious. Yes, I want certain people within a certain demographic. And I had that already spelled out in my head and even in my business plan. But I also had this thought process of, there's a certain characteristics in the people who I want to be able to reach out to. They got to want to grow. They got to want to be ambitious. They've got to want to add value to their lives and see the benefit of that. And then they approach life in a certain way. And so seeing that, you just really confirmed a lot of what I've been doing in my business to narrow down my market niche and all that wonderful stuff. So I was super excited about that. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day because last night, I don't know, I drank too much coffee and I woke up with a really horrible headache. So that's just TMI, probably too much information for y'all. And this video is going kind of long, so I'm just going to cut it short. But today I got my hustle on, got in, started taking names and getting people registered for my upcoming event. So that was phenomenal. Got a lot of people registered today. So that was really good. And tomorrow it'll be some of the same, getting people registered. But I have another networking event tomorrow. So that promises to have other opportunities. And one of the things that I'm learning is to keep that constant flow going. You know, when you're doing your business part-time, one of the things that I've noticed is that you struggle with being consistent with continuing to generate profit and generate revenue and generate leads. And so what happens is when you're part-time, you get that lead, then it turns into a client, then that client starts becoming a paying client. And so you generate some form of income or revenue from that client. And then if you're not careful, you won't forecast how long that relationship is probably going to last before you actually have to turn over and get another client. And so what you do is you wind up putting yourself in a position to where once that contract or whatever that is over, that you got to start basically all over again to get another client. And so you're losing time in the middle of that. And so being able to do it full time, it allows you to be able to kind of create a cycle of where you have a constant flow of leads, you have a constant flow of folks that you're able to constantly go to, constantly build relationships, constantly build contacts. And so you have this basically this reservoir, or I don't want to say reservoir, but you have this constant flow. And I say it again, constant flow. But this funnel, I know they call it sales funnel, but this basically, you just have the opportunity to continue to generate leads and on a consistent basis. And so that's what the networking events are for and different things like that. I go out and I network, but at the same time, I want to do my work too. So I create those opportunities in between the times that I get to actually go out and do my trainings and get face-to-face with clients and do my coaching sessions and be able to meet up with my mentors to tag on to things that I want to add to the business or how I want to expand so that they can, look at my growth and see how I'm doing with that. So maybe that's helpful to you. But like I said, this is a mix of day 2 and day 3. Tomorrow is day 4, and I'm super excited about tomorrow because, like I said, I got another networking event that I'm going to. And tonight, I am not going to drink coffee, so I won't have a splitting headache in the morning when I wake up and feel groggy all day. So tomorrow promises to be even better. And today was just phenomenal. I had a session with a client that just went really, really well. And it's empowering when you're doing what you love. It's empowering to you. And for me, it's really empowering to be able to do what I love and have my clients, before I get off the line with them, whether it's a webinar or whether it's a virtual session or a face-to-face session, and before they leave, they feel like, and they share with me, man, I got an answer. I got a solution to my next step. And that's what it's about for me, is being able to, I don't listen. Let me just rearrange this a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm not the one who's always giving answers. I do provide solutions, and if I have it, I give it to you, but I'm a networker. I like connecting people with the right people. I like, but I also believe that there is a certain amount of knowledge and know-how that's in every individual. And in my coaching sessions, I love seeing that process take place. And, one of the things I'm going to be doing, and we talked about it today in our morning flow this morning with me and some of my team members, is that I'm going to be setting up some videos on this YouTube channel to actually share with you guys what certain things are, and so that you get an understanding of the different services that we provide in this training and development industry. And I think that as you get more information about it, you see what we consider to be the right way, or I shouldn't say the right way, because there's different ways of doing things. There's different approaches to things, and people receive things in different ways. But I'll share with you guys as much as I can on this channel, all the tips and tricks on what we do in training and development, so that you guys can make informed decisions when you're out there in the arena and you need someone to come in and train your staff, or you need someone to come in and provide some guidance to you. You know what you're looking for. All right, so that's enough of that. I've kind of went on my soapbox, so forgive the extra TMI information. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is day 4, and it's going to be phenomenal. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.